Sounds like you guys were pretty disappointed with their tackling.
Yeah, I think the guys were as well. We know we didn't tackle to the level that we need to tackle at. So we spent a lot of time, obviously working tackling, just improving our body position. We talk a lot about tackling with your feet, not lunging. And we've been a good tackling team. Obviously we didn't tackle as well the second game, so we just wanted to make sure we shored that up.
How much does confidence play a role on defense?
I think it plays a role in everything we do in life. Whether you're working in IBM or whether you're playing the game of football. Confidence is everything. But the way you have confidence is in your preparation. And our guys are preparing and they're excited about their next challenge.
What have you learned about the guys that you have after coming back from the setback you had out there?
Well, I learned that. At the end of the day, they're kids that want to get better. They were disappointed in how they play. We're disappointed in how we coach. Across the board, there's a lot of different things we wish we had done to be successful. But at the end of the day, there is no rewind button. All you can do is move forward and get ready for the next one.
I mean, Coach, that guys came in on their own Sunday morning.
Yeah, they did. They really did. Those guys were excited about trying to get this last one behind us and move on to the next one, and just preparing. That's really been our motto all this week, is just preparing to the best of our ability so we can play to the best of our ability, and what happens from there happens.
That's how they threw it. They might have thrown it 40 times last week. Is that because they were behind? Is that something they do when they get behind it?
I think it's hard to gauge because it's been two different games. One they've run it a little bit more than the other, and one they've thrown it a little bit more than the other. But I think at the end of the day, they want to be able to control the ball, run the ball. Again, with the option, it puts a lot of pressure on you, and they're shifting and doing a lot of movements to try to confuse you. So, what their game plan will be for us, I would think they'll do what comes natural, and that's running the football.
Seems like a simple question, but what happened in pass coverage? What happened in?
Well, I think it's some miscommunication on some different things. Didn't quite make the plays, obviously, that we wanted to make. But I think it comes down to, again, and that's for every snap. Being able to communicate, understand exactly what you're getting on every snap, and then execute. Really tackle.
And we've heard that, the miscommunication. What happened? When did it happen? How did
Oh,
you
we communicate every snap. I mean, whether you can tell or not, you're communicating what the call is, you're communicating what the formation is, you're communicating what the split is, you're communicating what the down and distance is. So there's a lot of verbiage that goes on every snap, and to be honest, we just didn't execute to the best of our ability. And really, let's be honest, we got to give some credit to the guys that we play. They did a good job, and they played hard and they made some plays.
There's just a breakdown of what play was going on, and how did you guys fix that during the game? What was kind of happening?
How do we fix it during the game, or how do we fix it in general?
Well, how did you fix it? Did you try and fix it during the game, and how do you fix it going
Yeah, I think the thing that you got to recognize, was it the same mistake over and over, which it wasn't. If they made the mistake on one play, you went to another one and got that part of it corrected. But then obviously you've seen some other things that come on. So usually if it was a mistake, that was addressed, it was corrected, and then obviously some other things came forward. So this week all we've worked on is just making sure that the kids have enough tools that when they see something occur, that they can fix it on their own. And for the most part, they've done that. That makes sense?
That's pretty good offense that you're going against.
Those guys last week?
Arizona State, yeah.
I think they were. They sure looked like it that night, So, again, I don't think you're ever as good as you think you are, and I don't think you're ever as bad as you think you are. I mean, that's just the reality, I think, again, Arizona State did a very good job in what they did. Obviously, we didn't play to the level we wanted to play at, and, what happened.
I know you guys were talking about pass coverage with the linebackers, improving them. How do you adjust to that now? How do they need to get better in pass coverage?
It's practice. Practice no different than, we're in game 2 or game 3 now, and some of those guys were playing, their very first football, and playing in a hostile environment, with what seems to be a pretty good offense, and sometimes things happen. To me, it's always how you react, how you bounce back, and how you get it corrected.
Any of those young guys playing into more playing time? Right?
Yeah, they're all gonna play. We're staying the course. We're gonna stay the course. We're gonna play who we're playing, and try to get better.
Any of them stuck out? It seems like Mason's played pretty well.
Yeah, Mason's done a nice job. He really has. I mean, he's had some bumps, just like most freshmen will. But I'm not disappointed, in him. I think he has a chance to be a fine player, and we think as he continues to grow and learn the game and get more snaps under his belt, the sky's the limit. Yeah, no problem.
That came late, but Mike said some of the issues with tackling might have been from not running to the ball. Is that what you saw, or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a defensive guy, so I'm gonna always say we need to run to the ball harder. I don't know that I can say that, our effort was lacking, and that I can say that's the reason why. I don't know if that's the case, but I do commend him for saying that because that's the thing that we talk about the most. If we're gang tackling, it covers up a lot of maybe one-on-one tackling, if that makes sense. So we want to get 11 guys to the ball as quickly as possible, and that should alleviate some of the problems. Absolutely.
I mean, so with the tackling, what would you attribute the problems with the tackling against Arizona?
Well, body position, making sure, it's just basic fundamental tackling. You try to, most good teams try to get you out in space, so you have to have a lot of room to be able to try to grab guys. And, when it's a lot of space out there, you got to make sure you're moving your feet and not just reaching with your hands.
When you see something like that in a game, as a coach, what are you trying to do to try to improve the tackling on the fly like that?
Preaching fundamentals, because it's not anything that you haven't practiced or worked on. You just got to remind the kids on what got them to that point.